For those of you who don't know, this is a new game called The Bloodline. It's actually being made by one person, just one single dev, but it's really cool. It's got a nice blend between RuneScape and Oblivion, or RuneScape and Skyrim, those kind of two things. The reason why I say it's kind of like RuneScape is because of how the skills and everything work. So yeah, we're gonna get started, play for a couple hours. I do already have a save, but I'm gonna start a new one up for this, just so people can kind of see it as it goes, and see what they think. So, alright, we're gonna go new game, save name. Oop. Go for Shoal Dragon. Here we go. Load. Alright, we're coming up on it. Again. Alright, and so we're going to be at the character customization. And we will see what we can do. Just doing a couple things here on the side. So we got, you know, you can change your skin to any color you want, really. Like, I mean, you can go full blue. But right now we're just gonna go with skin color very similar to mine. Alright. And let's see here. Okay, so if we look here, we've got, let's see, lots of different hairs. Kind of go with anything you really can want. This is also why one of the reasons is I always think that this asset pack is very similar to RuneScape. Like, to me, it reminds me very much of old school RuneScape. So, if we look here, I mean, pick a hair. We'll give him some long hair. Give him long hair. Give him big old beard. Then you have your body art color, because you can go to, you got facial hair, but you can also give your guy like a scar or a tattoo. Then you've got the scars here. That's like that's a burn, everything. That you can go like full Braveheart. Just take this, make it blue. Give that woad, even though they never painted their faces like that at all. We'll give our guys some scars, just because I think that'll be cool. We're gonna make him white-haired, so he's like an old or grizzled warrior. You can take off the beard stubble completely, so if you don't want your guy to have any hair at all, you can just take that off, remove it, boom, done. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory there. Okay, so now we've got, so you can like, obviously you can make like the wonkiest dude in the whole wide world. Just like, oh yeah, we'll just make that like that, yep. Arm size, we'll just like buff him out like that. That is that's peak male right there. That is as male as it gets, just alpha. Alright, we'll take these back to where they started. So, if I'm gonna have an old man, he's gonna be like a wizard. I'm gonna give him like a little pot guy, I think. Rough his torso down, and then, oh my god! Apparently his back's gonna just like, Billy. He looks like a poor man's Giga Chat at that point. Like, torso really needs to come in, and then do something like that. Yeah, give him that old man features. Yeah, you know, we'll make him one of those guys. We'll make him like a skinny old man. That's what we'll do. Widen his torso out, make his arms kind of skinny, his legs a little bit skinny. His pelvis, we'll cut it down there a little bit. Make his head there. Then now you even have pitch for your so you have standard male.
Charge!
Wizardry male.
Charge!
Dwarven male, standard
Cut
male.
them down!
Then you can change the
Hold this position! Hold back!
Now, you'll be able to do a little bit of Bannerlord almost in this game too, come the time. So,
Uh-oh! Follow me! Shield wall! Forward!
just
Victory!
there we go. That's kind of like an old grizzled fighter. I like that. I think that works really well. So we're gonna create him. So welcome to the Bloodline. The Bloodline is an open-ended experience where you create the character that you want to play as. There are hundreds upon hundreds of spells and skills to unlock, allowing you to craft the exact class you have in mind. Nearly every action you do is rewarded to cater to everyone's playstyle. Want to just craft weapons and build your village? Go for it. Want to avoid crafting altogether and focus on melee combat? No worries. Play the way you want to play. There is no singular way the game is meant to be played. Right now, the game is mostly an open world playground where you can roam freely, earn experience in whatever way possible, and unlock fun skills to use in the big playground. As development continues, more of the story will be added, and segments of the continent will become available. Please keep in mind that this is an early development build and you will run into bugs. Please have patience and understand that this is a game being created by just one person, and I am doing my best to make the playing experience as smooth as possible. Now, like I said, I do have a character already. Do some punching. So I'm already familiar with stuff. So right there, my jumping increase. That's a little bit of the Skyrim part right there. Is that like you can jump, and the more you do it, the higher you're going to be able to jump down the line. And then you have your standard inventories here with your gold. You can sort what your styles here of what your inventory is. Then you have your detailed stats. So the detailed stats, those are going to have. This is where, to me, it feels a lot like RuneScape, because you have like your wood cutting, your foraging, your mining, speechcraft, pickpocketing, weaponsmithing. Literally, if you can think of it, it's pretty much in here. I mean, there's taming, so you can be, if you want to be like an archer, ranger character that then down the line has like a wolf, you can do that. Like, that's fully in here. I don't know how far the taming goes right now in early access, but it's in here, which is really cool. So it gives you that ability to really move forward and play how you want to play. That's always been one of my biggest like things that I loved about like RuneScape in itself. Like, if you wanted to just be like a guy that cuts down trees, you just want to be a logger, that you can just go ahead and do that. It's gives you that freedom. So You get that with this game. Obviously, like it was Red, it is early access, so it will have bugs and issues down the line that you might run into. I mean, I've ran into my fair share, but he's an awesome dev. He's very active in his Discord for the game, and he takes a lot of pride in trying to make sure it's working for people. But he also lurks a lot in his Discord to help people with when they run into problems, and he actively is on there. This is his project he's been working on for 4 years, I believe he said. If I remember right, I was talking to him in the Discord. And, you know, when one person can only do so much, and he just released a bunch of stuff just a little bit ago, and then had to do a little bit of a light patch to fix a couple things. So, well, that's enough of that. Let's get into the game. Do a lot of random stuff here. You can have your companions. You also get mounts. There are flying mounts, so you can ride a freaking griffin. Trust me, I know you can. I don't know if it's in the game yet, but it's in the trailer for sure. So the idea is there. So Frederick Woodkin, armorer. Let's talk to him. Good morning, Harbinger. Here is your uniform, freshly washed. Understand. Thanks, Frederick. My pleasure, sir. Good luck. Before you go, I could give you a general overview on the controls if you're interested. I already know the controls, so I'm not going to take the extra time to learn them. So right there, just got another achievement for cardio. I ran a total of 15. Really, you don't have to do much. There's a lot of achievements. Yeah, it's pretty cool to learn. Okay. So, let's go down here. One of the things he did as an improvement was your guy would like freaking start panting the moment you started freaking running. So it was like, I mean, it was pretty much like real life for me. The moment I started running, I was my guy's doing that in game. So he toned that down to how quickly it pops up there. So we're going to talk to Clayton Barrett, historian. Hello, Harbinger. Is there something I can assist you with? What is it you do around here? Well, my title says I'm the Stronghold Mage and Advisor. My duties as of late have been limited. I'm more of a historian. Is there any reason why you're studying history? Well, yes. As your advisor, it's up to me to provide you with the best plan of action in any situation that might arise. Since we have no idea when or where the Unforgiven will return, it's up to me to study all that remains of your ancestral texts and to find some sort of a pattern. Let's see here. Let's see. What exactly are the Unforgiven? What exactly are the Unforgiven? From what we can collect, the Unforgiven were once elves. They lived right here in Udris, among men and dwarves. But their pride consumed them. They rose up against the old gods and somehow managed to actually kill one of them. How are they able... What is the Unforgiven? Nobody really knows. Nobody has ever even seen the realm itself. We've only been able to study objects that have come out of warp gates, which helps us make assumptions as to what it might be like in that realm. Not much can survive passing through warp gates, but the stone from the Unforgiven realm itself has no problem getting through. It's incredibly resilient. I should get you. One thing is, you have to kind of go back in. That's one of the things I'm hoping he'll fix a little bit. One of the tweaks is that you can't just go back to the previous set on some of these conversations. You have to go and do it again. So instead, now I've got that. We're gonna go to the second one because it's a little mini quest we can do. Get a little experience, show one of the really cool aspects that I like of the game. Do you actually read all of these books? I do. In fact, keeping my many magical runes fresh in my mind helps focus my mana. You should try it sometime. It's quite an interesting experience. Could you teach me how to read runes? I would be honored. The best way to learn is with hands-on experience. Now, I only have pyromancy and cryomancy spellbooks here, so find a bookshelf of the one that piques your interest, and bring a book of any of the desks here in the library. Sit at the desk and begin reading the runes. Before you begin, just remember to take your time. Don't worry too much about doing it quickly. Primarily focus on translating it correctly. You got it. Alright, so now I'm gonna go. I've always been kind of like a fire guy, so I'm gonna grab this book here, plop it on the desk. Oh, I really should put clothes on. We're gonna read read in my underwear, I guess. So you have your runes here. So they always stay the same. So they're old runes. Some of them actually I've noticed are borrowed from in ways from different fantasy literature over the years that were used in those books, but they're real life runes too. So once you learn what they are, you're pretty much good. So nearby books, pyromancy. So we're gonna click on that. So we have to translate magma blaze. So the best thing to do is to get a few of them in a row. So if I go M, so if I go to M, so it's going to be that one. A is that one, and G is X. So I know the first few. So if I go here and I go pop, pop, and then I like to sit here for a second and get the next few in my brain, if I can. And then back to A, then to Z, which is... Oh, I'm not going to get that one. For some reason I can't find it. There it is. And... So, I got the majority of them. If you get them all... Oh, did I get that wrong? I did. I went one above. That's stupid. Silly me. And then I completed it. So, even though it's best to get them ahead of time, you don't get any XP if you mistranslate a piece. You get XP from each individual one, but if you mistranslate, you're not going to get it. That's why he's like, it's better if you just do it as slow as you can. So I'm going to do like one or two more, and then I'm going to call it, because you don't want to sit here the whole time, just watch me translate words. So let's see here. So we got flame wave. So we got to find our F, G, mini. Okay, that one. So upturned. W is the P. I like to E. Oh, did I get it? Boom, perfect. So you get, I got them. The more of them you get in a row, just in general, the better it is for you. More experience. So now we got Wither Spark. It's gonna be a little more different. I. So let's find T, because I is actually literally looks like normal I. So T is the upward arrow. So duh, pop, pop, and then H. There. R is the one that actually looks like an R. S. Oh, see, I missed that one. Sometimes it's hard. It's hard to continue each time, but once you learn the runes yourself, then no matter where they are on the keyboard, you know what you're looking for. So since I stopped, I'm just gonna get the next few in my brain before I continue. So we got S. Let's see, P, it's going to be that one. And then A, we already know. R, I know, so it's going to be K. K is the one we need to know. Okay, little C, basically. So... And by doing this, I raised my pyromancy to level 2. Now my pyromancy, that's by raising the things. I'm gonna put on some clothes because I'm tired of being in underwear. Pyromancy, by increasing that, it makes you more effective when you use things that would be with those pyromancy skill, basically. I did it. Well done. Reading is a great way to practice your magical art proficiency without being in the heat of combat. These books are all yours, so always feel free to study them whenever you want. Cool. Thanks for the starter course, Clayton. Absolutely. Drop by any time, Harbinger. See you later. So, boom. Leveled up. 2 levels there. So, you hit tab, you go to your level up, and then you hit level up, and it's going to drop you the basics here. So fortitude is deepen your resolve and strengthen your body. That's going to increase your health. It's going to increase your regeneration of your health and your ability to throw objects with more force. Because you can pick up pretty much anything. If you lop off a limb, you can pick it up and throw it at somebody. So that's going to increase your force, or how much you're going to be able to do damage with it. Your wisdom, self-explanatory. Increasing your mana is going to give you more mana, and it's going to come back faster. And then with strength is going to be able to where you can push your, as it says, push your limits of what you are physically capable of. So you're going to increase your stamina, increase the regeneration of that, and then you're able to lift heavier things to throw them, which is really cool. In this case, I'm gonna do stamina. I'm actually gonna put 3 points into stamina because he did do an update on this, so you don't burn through it as fast. But stamina is one of those things that you're going to burn through pretty quick. So everything you do uses stamina. Thomas Dorscheit. I'm not sure. Good to see you, Harbinger. How goes your research? Great as always. I just received the last batch of gyrocoptic stabilizers for my dwarven friends in Elderglen. What were those for again? I've been trying to make a companion to help me in here in the shop. Just a small bot that can help retrieve tools, parts, and the like. Do you need any help? I'd hate to ask you to help with my own personal project, but if you're offering, I'd be foolish to refuse. There are a few things that I need to assemble. My latest schematics for the bot. First, I need a magnifying lens. I dropped the last one I had, cracking it. The nearest place I can get them is from Gearbeard's shop in Elderglen. I'll provide you with the funds, of course. I just need you to go purchase it for me. Okay. Other than that, I also need a few bits of copper ore. 6 copper ore should do the trick. You got it. I'll be back with those items. Okay. So we're going to go help out him. We're going to help him out with his stuff. Let's see here. Okay. So we have a quest to do that for him. Now I can hit J and I can track and untrack them from there, which is really nice. But we're gonna need a weapon, so let's go get a weapon. We're gonna talk to Joffrey Woodkin, dad of the guy we talked to earlier, just like the first time. Harbinger, good to see you. I've actually been meaning to speak with you about something, if you have the time. What is it? Let me tell you a quick story. Go on. Recently, I was visiting family in Longwood. As I walked the streets of Helgesker, I overheard a conversation. They spoke of the Harbinger bloodline. They doubted the divinity of your blood, said it is simply an old folk tale. I recoiled, then stopped and gave it some thought. What reason have we given them to believe anything else? As I sat with my family that evening, I asked what the general consensus was regarding the Harbingers. They told me that most people either believe the Unforgiven are gone forever and are unafraid of them returning, or that they don't believe they ever existed in the first place. How can people believe that? I thought the same thing. How can such cataclysmic events simply be forgotten? But again, I tried to see it from their perspective. It has been 1,000 years since the last Unforgiven invasion. The Harbingers to them are nothing but a remnant of a once proud royal family. And it makes sense. Of course they would think such things. How can we blame them? I had such a wide range of emotions. First, I was angry that people could doubt the divine blood. Then, I thought perhaps it isn't such a bad thing. Peace of mind like this hasn't been a thing for as long as history can recall. And that's what I kept thinking for my entire visit. As I rode back here, I realized something. This could be their plan. Make the world complacent. Make people forget the Harbinger bloodline. The Unforgiven could be patiently waiting for the opportune time to strike the death knell and crack the skies open with their foul magic. As it stands, I fear if you were to have a vision today, our pleas would fall on deaf ears. The world is too consumed by their own doubts and petty differences. If the Unforgiven were to invade now, the world would be consumed. I'm not telling you this to simply instill fear in your heart. I'm telling you this so we may begin to rebuild your bloodline, once proud reputation. We must prove to the world that your blood still roars with pure divinity. What should I do? Train, fight, explore, help people. Anything you can do to make your name known throughout Yudros. Even if you can't convince people of your divinity, make them respect you as a person. Before that, we must test your mettle. Now is the perfect time to see how you handle yourself in a fight. A small band of goblins has set up a camp just outside our stronghold. I understand I'll need a weapon. Which weapon would you like? Alright, so, you know, I'm a sucker for a great sword, so here you go. I'll be on my way then. Alright, so let's, oh yeah. Yeah, now we're swinging. Now we're swinging. Varric Osterhout, groundskeeper. Gods have mercy, just my luck. What's wrong? Oh, hello, Harbinger. It's nothing, really. Gust of wind came. Blew my hat off my head. Got it stuck there on the pillar. It's not coming down. I could climb up there and get it. You think you could? I'd love to see that. I'll be back with your hat. Since you doubt me, sir. Right. So you can climb by jumping and then holding the space bar again. It uses up your stamina. If you're falling, you can space to grab a hold, and then you're gonna basically just stop himself, as you see there. Have you managed to reach my hat just yet? It is. Oh wow, you did get it. Thanks, Harbinger. You know what? It would mean the world to me if you kept the hat, if you wanted, of course. No, please take it. If you insist. I suppose I should hold on to it since my daughter's made it for me. Talk to you later. Greetings, Harbinger. Was there something you needed? Groundskeeper Master Osterhout? To be honest, yes. You see, lots of goblin molds have been growing along the castle walls. I could get rid of the mold. Would you really? That would help me greatly. It's all around the castle, outside of the castle walls. Just bring the mold back to me so I can properly dispose of it. 10 goblin molds should do the trick. I'll be back with the goblin mold. So, one of the things, if we play this, to keep in mind, When you pick this goblin mold, goblins do not take kindly to it. I don't know if it likes. I feel like it summons them because every time I pick it, I get in a fight with it. So that's good. I'm gonna just pick some. I was close to a foraging levels. Why not? Okay. So let's go back in, complete that, and then we're gonna take out those goblins. If I hit F, you can shoot out your grappling hook, which is super nice. Here's the 10 goblin mold. That's the stuff. Nicely done. Hopefully we won't have to worry about goblins plaguing our gates anymore. Goodbye. Alright. Welcome to Udris. The world of Bloodline is split into two perspectives. The perspective you're currently in, character perspective, and an overworld top-down perspective. You can enter the overworld at any time by using the radial menu tab and selecting the map icon at the bottom. For a more immersive experience, you can also walk to the area's bounds, where you'll be prompted to leave the area to enter the outer world, the overworld. So basically, I can go here and I can overworld, or I can keep going until I hit the edge of the map and leave that one. So I'm gonna. And that's what the other thing you can use it offensively. Yeah. The yank guys directly. This game does have a parry system. I just got one there. If you block and then you attack, you do like a little shove. If you do it at the right time, you'll do a parry. Like that. It just slows down the world. Boom. Took him down. And hit level 4. Sweet. We are on our way. The other thing I forgot to show on the level up is the skill book and skill trees. The skill book just has your stuff. None of your hotbar on the bottom do you use for... I'm going to throw a couple into health. Then I'll kind of oscillate between. So in this way, so we're going to go... Whoops, that's wrong. We're going to go here. Using L allows me to go into that quickly, or I can just hit tab and I can go to skill tree. So there's a tech tree. It hasn't had much done with it, but one of the ones you can do is you can use this skill to attach a small lantern to you, and it lasts for 2 minutes. Then you have your everything, pretty much anything you can. Some of these are only available through special special circumstances. The vampirism, you actually have to get bit by a vampire, and then it takes 7 days for you to turn into a vampire, and then you unlock that skill tree. The rest of them you can just go in full Monty if you want at any point. Then they have flintlocks, which can confirm are freaking fun as hell to use. Bows, I actually haven't used one yet, but they've got a lot of really good trees. A lot of good skills inside the tree for that. Honestly, if I was going to argue skill-wise, the best skills are for ranged are in the bow. There are some good ones in the flintlock one, but we're going to go melee. I haven't done a lot of the two-handed stuff, so it's going to be fun to mess around with that. So heavy sweep, we're going to grab that one. Quick, somewhat weak slash that is mostly intended to be used to create sparks when striking a surface. So it looks like we don't have a ton of skills in here. We're going to go leaping slash and cataclysmic split. So once I've got those in, I can just hit K, And so I'm going to put heavy sweep here. I'm going to put leaping smash and that one there. And then that's this. Boom. And to be honest, a lot of the abilities are like the abilities in this game, the way that they were put in here and programmed, are very well done. He did a very good job. It feels good to play them and to use them. Let me see here. I know